To sum up this video, how do I really feel about Ekatike and Rodrigo to Liverpool? I feel sick.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The league is finished. The league is absolutely fucking finished. Look at this fucking team. Seriously, look at this fucking team. They are going to demolish everyone. Everyone. They could win it all. They really could win it all, lads. It's okay though, because Manchester United are cooking something special for next season. Yeah. The same team!
Is this real what I'm seeing on that thing?
Do we have to pretend?
This Rodrigo thing?
Yeah. Yes, it's real. Yes, it's real. Arsenal just dipped out.
Look at what we're doing.
If they had,
I can't believe my eyes. Rival fans terrified of how good Liverpool are going to be next season. So there's a lot of change happening at Liverpool right now. Some good, some bad. So today we'll have a chat about it. Number one, we'll talk about why they won't win the league. Number two, we'll talk about why they will win the league. And then number three, I'll give you my own opinion. There's also a secret weapon that not a lot of people are talking about when it comes to Liverpool. But before we get started, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you afraid of Liverpool next season if you're a rival fan? If you're a Liverpool fan, are you excited for what this team could achieve next season? And if you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Trying to get to 10k by the end of the year and build one of the biggest football communities out there. So I appreciate it. Let's get into it. So amongst all the excitement at Liverpool right now, the big thing for me is this team has just gone on and won the league at an absolute canter, but they have changed a lot of the players that did that. So if we go through the team, obviously Kelleher, when he came in, when Alisson was out injured, was unbelievable. If Alisson picks up another injury, will Mamardashvili be able to come in? Trent at right back, one of our most creative players in, I'd say, Premier League history. And we've obviously lost him to Madrid. Now, Frimpong coming in could be good, but that is a question mark. On the other side, Kirkez is probably the likelihood replacement to Andy Robertson, who maybe wasn't at his best last year, but he was still pretty steady, and obviously his experience comes into it. Then you move into midfield. We've signed one of the best creators in world football, and that means that the likelihood is that Szoboszlai will potentially drop to the bench, and you'll play with McAllister, Gravenberch, and Wirtz. Then up front, obviously there's talk of Núñez and Diaz potentially going. Salah is going to be going to AFCON. And then obviously with Jota, that situation is something that I think the team is going to have to deal with. So a lot of change. And usually it's not good to completely dismantle a team that has just won the league. Now I think there's reasons as to why they've done that. They probably needed to upgrade Robertson. They probably needed to obviously replace Trent. Kelleher wanted to go out and get game time. The second part of this is the competition is getting stronger. Chelsea, who've just won the Club World Cup, recruited really, really well. They obviously brought in João Pedro, Delap, Caicedo, Enzo were starting to perform really well. Parma had a great Club World Cup. Will they be able to carry that momentum into the Premier League? Potentially. Arsenal, we're looking at Gyökeres, Zubamendi, Mosquera, Norgard, Madueke. If they go out and potentially get in Rodrigo or Eze, then that is a very, very good team. Now, they obviously have to click with that as well, but if you're bringing in players of that quality, the likelihood is that they will be able to hit the ground running and click. So it is worrying with them as well. Then you have Man City. Pep Guardiola has never lost 2 league titles in a row. So he lost one last year. Will he be able to come back? He's obviously made some signings, Turkey, Reinders. I think there's some issues with the team, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But the other teams have definitely gotten stronger. The third thing to note with why they won't win the league. So for as good as we obviously have bought, there's definitely some concerns for me around their depth. Like you look at the fact that Kwanzaa's left now, and Joe Gomez is obviously going to be able to fill in at centre-back. Hopefully he doesn't pick up any injuries. But I still think we probably do need to get someone in there. Then in the forward options, I think that's a big issue. Whatever we do with Diaz and Núñez is up to the club. They can decide whether they want to cash in and bring in Ekatike, but the fact that we're going to be losing Salah to AFCON is a big worry, because you're effectively going to be relying on right now 2 to 3 forwards for the guts of 6 weeks when he's away, if he goes all the way in the competition. So I think Liverpool's squad depth right now might be a potential issue. Then we move on to why we will win the league. Probably giving a little preface as to my own opinion, but I digress. There's a lot of optimism with this team. For what I said, the players that are coming in, will they be able to hit the ground running? If they do, this team is going to be cooking. You have Alisson in goal, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best. Van Dijk and Salah, we know what we get with them. Even if Salah is going to AFCON, he's going to be there for the guts of the campaign. And if he performs even to the levels of 30 GA next season, Liverpool will be there or thereabouts for the league. Then you sign one of the best creative centre attacking midfielders in the world. Frimpong and Kirkez, 2 of the best left and right backs in the world. And I think other players like Gakpo, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, another year under the belt after winning the league, I think their confidence will be high as well. So the quality is there, and the players that are already coming in, the quality is there with them too. The second point on that is why we will win the league. I think with Man City's team, I think the competition has gotten stronger in terms of overall, but if I look at Man City, who are with Guardiola, they're a threat, don't get me wrong. But defensively, they have not figured out their issues. Mateus Nunes playing right back is, you're just looking for trouble. Ederson, there's talk of him potentially leaving, so they're going to be without a number one goalkeeper. And then centre-back is a big problem for them. Diaz, Stones, and Akanji can't stay fit. And then I think Guardiola will push into centre-back now from left-back, but he was one of the best left-backs in the league last season, and I think that is a big concern. Rodri, what's he going to be like coming back from such a long injury? He picked up another one at the Club World Cup. And then up front then, Doku and Savinho right now are not it. I think they could potentially come good, but it's weird to say this. I think Man City are underdogs almost going into the title race. Let me know what you think. Do you think Man City are underdogs? Because from my point of view, they are. Chelsea, as I said, really, really good Club World Cup and finished the campaign well to get Champions League. But at the same time, I still think they're missing a centre-back and a goalkeeper. I think if they were to sort out those two issues, they'd be a real threat. And then we have Arsenal. Arsenal, for all the players that they have signed, it's kind of what I said about Liverpool. Hopefully their players settle and coming in. But Arsenal's players have a little bit more pressure on them, I would say. If you think about Zubamendi, Madueke, they're all coming into a team that hasn't won anything. So the pressure on them to win is going to be instant. Liverpool's players, they're obviously coming into a team that has just won a league. So it's not as heavy a burden sitting on top of their shoulders coming into this team. And they have the experience of the other players that they can lean into to win the league. And then we talk about this secret weapon that Liverpool have. And I told you I would tell you about this. And people don't talk about it enough. Arne Slot. Only 7 managers, including Slot, have won the league in their first season. I think last season is so overlooked in terms of what he actually achieved. He comes into a team that finished 3rd, signed Chiesa as the only first-team player that he didn't even play, and then he wins the league with what he has. That shows that he's willing to work with what he has. He's willing to get the best out of the players, whether that's players that are already here or players that he's going to be bringing in. He's after attracting some of the biggest players in world football to come to the club. There's obviously a lot of talk about Wirtz and how he convinced him to come to Liverpool. So you're talking about a manager that right now I think he just has the edge over the other ones. And I think Guardiola is going to be the big comparison, but I think if you're looking at Liverpool's squad to Man City's, Liverpool's is better. And with Slot able to manage that, his tactical efficiency when it comes to actually building this Liverpool team, I think it says a lot for what he can do and what he can achieve next season. And I think he will be one of the main reasons why we do win the league next season. So there we have it. Liverpool could potentially win or not win the league. Obviously, as I said, other teams are better, but so are Liverpool. And in my eyes, the other teams have not done enough to catch this Liverpool team, and that's why they will win the Premier League next season. But let me know what you think in the comments. Will they win the league? Have they got enough? Will Salah going missing for AFCON be a big concern, or will they be able to manage it? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed the content, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.